Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday and Sunday, December 1st and 2nd, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I view life and reaching for the light as an adventure of a lifetime. The energy mantra is brought to you by the theme song to Indiana Jones. As I was sitting here writing out the astro, all of a sudden I sit here swaying humming that song. Unfortunately, Joe was able to identify it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Indiana Jones and this Sagittarius energy, it really is this energy of adventure. And we do want to take that sense of adventure into Scorpio. Again, if you've been watching me for a long time, you may remember this. It sticks out in my head, but I don't know why. The adventure card in Osho Tarot that I pull all the time. It would be nice if I could just pull it up right now and here and show you. I have talked about that card in relationship to Scorpio energy, like really seeing the delving into the darkness as a seeking out of hidden light, hidden potential, hidden empowerment, hidden energy that's behind, there it is, that's behind the pain, the fear, the sadness. This weekend, we have both Mercury retrograding back into Scorpio and Venus moving into Scorpio. The alpha and the omega of Scorpio is being worked as they move together. We only have Mercury in Scorpio for just a little bit. It's retrograding until, I believe, the 6th this week. Is that what day it retrogrades until? Yes, until the 6th this week, and then it's going to move back towards Sagittarius. So just a few days. But we do have a whole month plus of Venus and Scorpio working these Scorpio lessons again. And again, if you've been with me a long time, you may have heard me say this. I really believe the energies of Scorpio and Sagittarius together provide a deep divine alchemy. But we have to be willing to see it as an adventure. Scorpio can feel heavy if we get too focused on just the shadow and the darkness. Yes, we're meant to go there, but we're meant to go there in order to find our empowerment. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. That's Joseph Campbell. That's so the energy of Scorpio. And we utilize the Sagittarius to see the higher perspective with it, to see how we can take this energy, alchemize it, shift it, work with it to bring about our best selves, to bring about our empowerment. That's what we want to do. View the reaching for the light through these Scorpio energies as the adventure of a lifetime. And you can sing the Coldplay song about that too. So let's dig in. Saturday, Mercury moves back into Scorpio. Now, something I do want to mention with this, I mentioned this yesterday in the scope. We have a yod. It's a fast-moving yod because it's in part with the moon finishing up in Virgo. And these energies are pointing right at Uranus energy. So we've got Mercury, 29 degrees in Scorpio. Moon, 29 degrees in Virgo. We actually have Venus, 29 degrees in Libra, holding that opposition point. And they're all focused at that Uranus energy, which is like, you've got to be true to yourself. And I think that's maybe one of the biggest shadows that we as humans can have. The shadows of the places where we don't completely own our light. The shadows of the places where we don't completely own our own individual freak flag. Who we are, the crazy, the quirky, or even the parts of ourselves that are so humdrum and boring that we've tucked away and haven't allowed ourselves to see the sparkle within them. These are the parts that this yod is focusing on. And Scorpio, Mercury, particularly in Scorpio, is wanting to shift your awareness to those places. There are gifts hidden in your ordinariness, in your boringness, in your quirkiness, in all of those things that you have pushed aside. And so Mercury coming back is like, hey, this is part of your truth that does need to be pulled out and does need to be brought forward. That moon in Virgo is like, don't overthink it. don't overanalyze it. You are called to be, and I promise you that there are gifts there. So Uranus is pulling out the stops. Now let me also mention, between Mercury at 29 degrees, connecting with this Uranus energy, and the moon finishing up in Virgo, your mind definitely may be moving and grooving a little bit. Do not let it take over your energy field. Breathe, chill, go deeper within, because like I said, I promise there's revelations for you. The last thing I want to mention, too, about these cards, I don't think I showed you this one, the isolation. This is what you've done to those parts of yourself that you've denied. But there's gifts there. And look at this crying of these golden tears. It's time to free yourself from those parts. Do not judge yourself. Do not overanalyze yourself. That's not what you're here for. All right, so Mercury in Scorpio. It is going to uncover deep things. Outside, inside. I always say focus on the inside things. The outside, that's its own adventure. The rest of the world. Let's see. We then have the moon shifting into Libra. Like I said, it's a fast yacht, but definitely there for a purpose. It keeps having my attention drawn to it. So it is there for us. Moon will shift into Libra. Again, I'm going to go with this isolation card. We're meant to spend some time on this adventure this weekend with some people, having some adventure of a lifetime. Moon in Libra brings our attention to relationship. And this is nice too, as Venus finishes up at 29 degrees Libra. Beautiful time for relationship. Spend time in harmonic relationship. Those places where you feel balanced, even if it is the relationship just with yourself. But spend time with those people who you're not afraid to show the boring parts to, or the quirky parts, or any of those places. Spend time with those people who let you be yourself. That's going to feel really good. That is also supported by the moon connecting to Jupiter. Jupiter in Sagittarius. Seriously, have an adventure with somebody that you love. Even if it's an adventure of going out and smelling the roses. I don't know where I said that earlier, but it may have just been my patron video right beforehand. But spend some time doing that. By the later part of the day, we do have the moon connecting to Saturn. Saturn may be like, don't you have things to do? Your greatest work right now that you can do through this weekend is unearthing pieces of yourself and letting them come out, letting your silliness fly, like really seriously. But if you find yourself getting that way, I think you just need to remind yourself of what your true purpose is. What is your truth and what is your true purpose? And I believe the true purpose is everybody is getting in touch with our soul and living from our soul, living according to that soul and living the soul mission. And if you're getting in touch with yourself, you are in tune with that. But sometimes Saturn's like, but you have things to do for society. It's okay, Saturn. You're getting it done. All right. So Sunday, we have Venus going into Scorpio. Venus is going to move into Scorpio right around 9 a.m. So like I said, Alpha and Omega Scorpio. Venus back into Scorpio. Venus went retrograde in Scorpio. Venus retrograde in Scorpio was asking us to look at the shadows that we carry around intimacy, around the relationship that we have with our shadow. So often it's so easy to see what's going on in somebody else's life, but it really is true mastery when we can identify what is going on within ourselves, within our relationship to ourselves. Venus moving into Scorpio, we definitely will see both. See beneath the surface, see both. This is a call for intimacy, Venus in Scorpio. Can you have those intimate moments with yourself where you're like, oh, I see this thing, and it's okay. I see what's really going on underneath the surface, and it's okay. Can you have those moments rather than focusing so much on what's going on outside of yourself? That's what I feel like the power is in and through this. Can you love yourself enough to empower yourself? Can you love yourself enough to look through those shadows, to find those places where you have the cave of wonders that wants to be entered, where your treasure lives? Venus will be moving through Scorpio all the way into January 2019. Oh my goodness. This happens so not often, so I'm going to bring her on camera. Little Lala visitation. Say hi, Lala's. She's like, oh, this again. It'll be moving into 2019. I think it can really increase our desire energy in multiple avenues. Be very aware of that. One of the best things I think in order to be our most empowered state, be impeccable with your desire. It is one of my favorite quotes of all time. It is said by Danielle Laporte. Be impeccable with your desire. Sometimes desire can go into those shadow realms, but if you are impeccable with your desire, you align that desire with your soul, and there's so much power behind it, and these things are sure to come about. Be very aware of it. Also be very aware of any frustration, especially as Venus initially moves in and Mercury is at that 29 degree around your desire and impatience about getting it now. Sometimes when we want something now, we get out of integrity, even if it's meant for us. Stay in your integrity. All right. We have Mercury in conjunct Uranus officially in the energy of Sunday. Again, the electrical energies are going to be off the hook. This is meant ultimately to hopefully stir up things within you to bring them to the surface. Your truest self from the depths. This energy, though, it's not meant to stress you out. I have this in reverse, that it can feel very stressful, especially if you're carrying too much, if your thoughts are all over the place. Take your monkey out for a walk. Put down the candles and stop juggling them. Settle down in this energy. What is wanting to come forth for you? What is your truth? Keep asking myself, what is my truth that's wanting to come up through the day? To finish off, the sun is going to square Mars, and we're going to have the moon squaring Pluto at the end of Sunday energy. Sun square Mars. My feeling is with this, Mars and Pisces, work with the flow energy. Where are you at right now? Work with where you're at right now, rather than trying to be a zillion steps ahead a la Sagittarius. I keep getting that message. You don't have to jump forward. You don't have to make a quantum leap. Right here is quantum enough. I am telling you that. Moon in Libra squaring that Pluto energy. It may be momentary frustration, again, about where you're at. Find peace, find balance where you're at in this moment. No comparison. Don't compromise yourself. Be in your integrity. Find that peace right there. All right, I'm going to end it with that. So that is it for today. Email me if you would like to book a year ahead reading. I was asked today by one of my clients. I am going to be doing monthly clients for the year of 2019. I just haven't put that out yet, but that is going to be happening. So yeah, email me if you want the 2019 year ahead reading, holiday gift readings 44, or if you buy it with the year ahead reading, that is 33. That's an amazing deal. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. Have the adventure of a lifetime and allow it to get better and better. You have the power, and there is enough love in the world for you. Namaste.